I'm sure you've heard the often repeated quote, "If at first you don't succeed, try again." The famous comedian and actor W.C. Fields had his own twist on this famous maxim. He said, "If at first you don't succeed, try again, then give up. There's no use being a fool about it." Reflecting back over my nearly 40 years of pastoring churches, I confess that there were times when my faith severely wavered. In hindsight, I've come to realize that the impulse to give up usually coincided with times of physical or emotional weariness, what some would call burnout. I wonder if there have been times when you have grown weary in your faith journey, not sure if your faith will persevere. If so, maybe the starting point is to define what faith is. In the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 1, faith is defined in this way. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. In the remaining verses of chapter 11, the writer gives a litany of people whose faith persevered even when their future was unclear. For example, by faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By faith Abraham, when called to go to a place he would later receive as his inheritance, obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. And by faith, even Sarah, who was past childbearing age, was enabled to bear children because she considered him faithful who had made the promise. By faith Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to be mistreated along with the people of God, rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a short time. These are only a few of the people of faith listed in chapter 11 of Hebrews. Others are named, though many remain unnamed. But all faced harsh circumstances and uncertain futures, and yet persevered because their faith was anchored in God. I served as a dean and vice president at Palm Beach Atlantic University, and one of my favorite buildings on campus is the DeSantis Chapel. Inside the chapel are 6 niches or alcoves containing bronze busts of witnesses of the faith that span the centuries, beginning with Abraham, the ancient patriarch, to Paul during the New Testament era, to Augustine of Hippo in the early 5th century, to Martin Luther, the courageous reformer, to William Carey, father of the modern missionary movement, and to Billy Graham, who spent his lifetime spreading the Christian faith. Every time Christians gather for worship in the DeSantis Chapel, they are surrounded by images of these persons of enduring faith. The symbolism is powerful and is a reminder of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. I know how tiring life can be. I wonder, are you growing weary in your own faith journey? Does it help to know that you aren't alone? That history is full of others who have persevered and with Christ's help have finished well. That's something to consider.